Hey, what's up? How we doing? Who's hungry? Who's ready for food? I know I'm ready for all of that, and then some, and more. And so we're gonna do those things. We're gonna make some stuff. And have a nice tasty meal at the end of this. I don't know, I actually genuinely thought I had something else to go with this intro, other than, hey, I hope y'all are doing really well. What we are making today is called Discada. I've heard it referred to as street food, as field hand food, basically. But it's essentially a meat stir fry served as tacos or burritos, and yo, I forgot to get tiny tortillas. Well, it's gonna be more burrito-esque, I guess. I'm so good at this. Let me just change the music really fast. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Something a little less intense. Which I assume sounds really well. Yes, more ambient. Perfect. Okay, so what are we working with? It's a bunch of stuff. We're working with a bunch of stuff. In the bowl, we've got a bowl full of produce. Look at all of it. We've got some tomato, some onion, garlic, poblanos, the bell pepper, the big potat. There's also, we've got some beef stock over here, which we're gonna use to just, you know, when you need more liquids and juices there at the end, you gotta top that off. And then in the fridge, which we'll be getting out at some point, is this bracelet is too tight, is my wrist just swollen? Did I do something to my wrist this weekend? I might have done something to my wrist this weekend. Excuse me, sorry. We've got some flat iron steak, and we've got some chorizo, and some bacon. So, my apologies to the vegetarians who watch. This is not going to be the meal for you. Yes, you could substitute all of that for various vegetarian-friendly proteins. I don't know what those would be, those. More beans, tofu. That's kind of my go-to for vegetarian proteins. I know that's not all there is, but it's all I got. It's all I have. So yeah, let's get moving with things. I need some water first. I am dying of thirst. I have not been hydrating since I got home. It's so much better. Okay. So, like I said, this is essentially a meat stir fry. So whenever you are doing a stir fry, it is usually beneficial to get all of the all the prep work done out of the way. So you're just throwing stuff into your pan. Because it's typically a little bit of a faster experience. Everything is also cut up a fair bit smaller, so it cooks faster. You're not having to waste too much time, not so much waste. You're not waiting as long for other things to get cooked. So we're gonna start with the prep. I know these peppers are gonna go in at the same time. The onion and the garlic, same time. Tomat, patat, those will be at different times. So I'm gonna grab a couple bowls, a couple tiny bowls, just to help kind of keep myself a little more organized. As usual, we got our trash bowl. Gonna go over there for now. So yeah, let's just fucking get into this. We top our pepper. And I've been seeing a couple different ways of kind of preparing these. You do want the veins out. You kind of want to get some of this membrane out of there as well. You know what? I think I'm actually going to be good with just that for right now. Our pepper will get a nice julienne treatment before it gets the full dicing experience. Technically, I'm chopping this pepper upside down. You want the skin side down. You hear that good solid thunk? You do not want to hear that. That's wearing out your knife. This is actually my cheap knife I'm using today, so I don't care. I'm gonna abuse it a little bit. So julienne, and then some nice smaller dicing. Not going for the full mince. I do not know the French name for something between a dice and a mince. They have names for everything, though. And well, I'm not interested, would be kind of the sum of it. I want a small dice. You know, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So that's what we want. Get my bench scraper out. I don't want to go and cut my hand or anything. Big bowl, where you at? I also got new glasses today. My prescription didn't change too much, but it is a kind of different... It's not a single vision lens. I forget what they call it. There's a little boost of reading magnification, apparently. And everything in my periphery is just a little bit wavy. It's kind of odd, but I'm hoping I get used to it. If not, then I'm going back to the eye doctor and saying, I don't like these, give me my single vision lens. Oh no, my trash bowl is on top. There's underneath my other bowls. Poblano peppers, that's what we have here. I should be wearing gloves if I'm messing around with peppers. Where'd my gloves go? I had them out here. Excuse the sound of my dryer. There we go. very bizarre. I had a whole box of gloves out here at one point, and I apparently have moved them. I wear gloves when dealing with peppers, spicier peppers at least, because I don't trust myself. I'm going to play around with these seeds, with these ribs, and then I'm going to touch my eyeball, and then I'm going to cry for hours. Because that's where the capsaicin is. It's in the ribs and the seeds. And when you get that in your eyes, it's a bad time. Oh, gosh. Hey, Crush. Welcome to the lurking. How you doing, dude? I guess if you're lurking, you can't answer. Conundrum! That's fine. It's all good. The question is, do I need to turn down the volume on my PC? Ah, it'll be fine. You guys just might hear, the sound alerts coming from off that way. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, immediately I can tell this is just not worth it. Same treatment. A little bit of a julienne. Get these nice matchsticks of Poblano. You didn't cut all the way through. You jerk. The other really cool thing about this dish. Absolutely exhausted. Ah, nah. I'm sorry to hear that, man. The nice thing about this dish, from what I can tell, there is no one specific recipe. I'm sure there are quote-unquote authentic ways to make this. But, yeah, that depends on where you're at in the globe. This is typically hailing from northern Mexico, apparently. I don't know, I did just a little bit of quick Google research to find recipes and whatnot. And yeah, there isn't anything hard and fast about what this dish is and how it's made. It's kind of whatever is on hand, whatever you can get, whatever your friends bring to the pot. But it is typically a couple meats, some peppers, tomatoes. I thought about putting rice in. I don't think that would be wrong. I just didn't get around to remembering I was going to do that. That's all. Beans are obviously very much okay. So yeah. And even the meats that I'm using, it doesn't have to be beef and pork. It can be all chicken, it can be all pork, it can be no meats. This is a lot more poblano than I planned. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna make this. No, never mind. Same treatment as the bell pepper. A small dice, not a mince, just a small dice. Looking for small pieces so that they cook fast. It's not my cleanest chopping job, but we're going to take it. I forgot the cilantro as well. Well, no cilantro. I'm sure that'll make some people very happy that there's no cilantro in this dish. I still find it funny how divisive cilantro is. Almost as divisive as pineapple on pizza. Almost. There we go. Another fun thing I learned about this dish is it is essentially named after the tool that you cook it on. Yeah, this is... I'm sorry, is it Discada or Discada? I forgot already. Discada. And that loosely translates to disc. And yeah, it's made on essentially what is a wok. Sometimes that wok is fabricated from the farm equipment. So, you know, it's fun. It's like a casserole. You make a casserole in a casserole. Wild, I know. Okay, so we got our peppers. Oh god, I'm dehydrated. Let's do our onion. Almost messed up already. Nice little topping action. Now we do our favorite thing in the world. Chopped onions. It's funny, I don't think I've chopped onions nearly as much my whole life until I started doing these cooking streams. And I don't really have any reason for that, other than it seems I'm cooking more things that just need onions. Not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination, but just an observation on my part. So we do want, again, thinner slices, so I'm going to try to get a couple horizontals before I get as many vertical slices as possible. I don't need my gloves anymore, but you know what? They're going to be on until apparently the end. Whoopsies! Just because I can't be bothered to take them off right now. Go. That's fine. It's all good. No worries. And then I reiterate, because I can. This one we are going to get closer to a mince, I think. I'm probably going to run the knife one more time through all of this, just so we're getting as small pieces as possible. This one I do want to cook faster than an onion usually does. Yeah. Get over here. You can't get out of there. You're also chosen for the mix. How does that make you feel? Probably not great. Alright, one more time. As I lose onions. This is kind of why I chose the cheaper knife today. I knew I was going to be abusing it a little bit. Bo, what's up? How you doing? Go with this one. How's our favorite handy-capable dude? I'm sorry, is it too soon to joke about your cane? If it is, I'm terribly sorry. Ooh, oh my. I'm gonna empty the trash bowl. It's already overflowing. So I know I'm the worst. I can't help myself sometimes. Get all this off of here. Garlic. How do we measure garlic? With our hearts. What else is like, you know, but aw. I've always felt with some friends that if they are not joking about the rough times in your life, then that means they are also having too much trouble emotionally processing it, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Because unfortunately, some guys, we do build that relationship of joking about trauma. And when we don't joke about it, means we aren't talking about it at all. And that is a dangerous situation. At the same time, we always need to be conscious and respectable for all of our friends, so that we aren't crossing lines. I am the worst. Hell yeah! I'm totally dressed like Steve from Minecraft, so my friends are making for. Awesome. Although maybe that's the move, is just wear something unconventional. Not saying that Steve's attire is unconventional, but you wear something unconventional, it detracts attention from the cane, and you just gotta worry about people thinking you dress weird. That seems fair. That seems doable. What am I doing? Making it difficult for myself. That's what I'm doing. Light blue shirt, jeans, even the gray fucking shoes. Oh, man. That's tragic. Of all the people you could unintentionally dress as, I mean, Steve is not the worst choice. Because it is pretty basic attire. But he's also very iconic, so people will zero in on that super fast. Just be like, hey Steve! Steve! Hey bro! Hey Steve! Like, I'm not fucking Steve. I don't know where we got these wild accents from. I'm not fucking Steve. All right. Garlic, mince, right? Everything else is getting the tiny chop treatment. Garlic is no different. Get off there. No gloves, can't see the nails. This is bullshit. Don't worry, gloves will come off here pretty soon. I put them on to deal with the Poblano Peppers. And well, forgot to take them off. I'm gonna get through I think the meats, and then gloves will come off. That seems fair. That means I'm also not washing my hands every 20 seconds. But don't worry, the nails are on point. I did not paint them this week, and it's the same polish from last week, after the week I have had of just life and working on car and other things. So yeah, they're nice. Right. Potat. So Potat is gonna get such a treatment as well. That's right, it's also getting a tiny treatment. This was literally the biggest russet potato I could find at the store. Oh, let's see here. I'm actually going to do this for safety. Well, that glove is coming off. Anyway. Now, I'm not going for as thin as possible, but it's kind of what we're ending up with. Actually, I do want them... Again, I want somewhere between 1/2 inch and 1/4 of an inch. 3/8 of an inch? You know what? You're going in there. Don't slide. For the love of God, Potat. Don't slide on me. It's doing what it wants. For those who are metrically inclined, what would that be? I have a metric ruler around here somewhere. So, so about 5 millimeters. You want your potatoes and everything else to be around 5 millimeter cubes. There's certainly room for leeway. Doesn't need to be exact. In fact, I had also thought about just using frozen hash browns for this. Come on. And I think that would be perfectly fine and would work out pretty well. Yeah. See? Just some little tiny diced taters. There's our... I don't know what I'm doing. My mind has apparently gone to mush today. I was down at Mama Snare's house this weekend, and the drive home must have done something to my brain. Turned it to goop, to jelly. There we go. One potato down. Now, same deal, I'm just gonna cut a flat so that I can now safely chop through our friendly potat. Whew. Almost pulled my hand across with my thumb on the thing. What you're doing, I'm the one cooking. I'll see, that's a great thing. Sometimes you don't need to know what you're doing when you're cooking. You just go with it. Cooking is just kind of a vibe. Blah. Now, if I was baking, we'd be in serious trouble. Baking is science. I do like to bake, too. One of these days, we'll do some baking on here. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Like, I'm already planning on a desserts only desserts cooking stream. And I'm really looking forward to that one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna do some cheesecakes. I think there's a chocolate budino that's gonna be making an appearance. More from the sous vide. Actually, I'm gonna be needing to make an apple pie here pretty soon anyway, I'm quite positive. Sorry, not apple, pumpkin. Several years ago, I made the mistake of telling my friend that, yeah, I can make a pumpkin pie. That's probably within my wheelhouse. I'd never baked a pie before that. Ever. And, it turned out really good. Like, it turned out amazingly good. So now, I am, what's a good word? I want to say coerced, assigned, I'm enlisted, I'm drafted in making a pumpkin pie for our yearly Friendsgiving, which is actually super easy. I know it seems like a lot of work. It's not. Pie baking is so easy. It's disgusting how easy it is. I'm gonna swap out big bowl for a smaller bowl. And that'll hold the 3 tomatoes I'm gonna use. Get the dumpling. The dumpling is brand new. I'll bring it out here. You can... this was another Mama Snare edition. He's just a squishy, squashy dumpling. I see you. I see you. Put your pants on. Anyway. I think before long we're gonna have just a whole slew of little toys off to the side. Read you. Yeah, no, huge fan. I love him. We will need a name for him. Did we ever name Yellow Guy? I forget. I have to go back in the VODs and figure that out. But yeah, we're gonna need a name for our dumpling friend. For those who don't like tomatoes, it's okay. You don't have to put them in. It's fine. No one's forcing you. Go about your tomatoless life. Even though they're really good. Squash, squash, squash. I'm gonna do this a little differently. Dumpy, oh god. Why? Yeah, I guess his name is Dumpy. God damn it. I can't trust you guys with anything. I'm gonna have to draw a butt on it, aren't I? I think I have to draw a butt on it. Show me your Dumpy, oh no. That's for the 1,000,000 follower reveal. Oh, you mean that Dumpy? Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna draw a butt on him. We might end up drawing the butt on him before the stream is out. He's gonna show me your Dumpy. Oh no, how many points? Crush, I wish there was a way I could just get, no. Never mind, I was gonna say I could just get you to make the redeems. It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I know you would cause some level of havoc. It wouldn't be bad havoc. I'm not saying it would be bad. I'm just saying it's something I would then have to deal with. I don't trust you. Actually, there's a way. Ah, no! The 5,000 point Dumpy showing. I think we can do that. Okay, get over here. Tomat. The bowl was a little too small. Now I actually want to hold on to as much of this juice as I can. Because that's another part that's going to be rehydrating everything here in a little bit once we get things actually cooking. There we go. Alright, you get to go off to the side. And I think that's everything. We just need to get the meat out, give it the choppies, then we get the cookings. Fancy that, huh? So I'm using bacon, chorizo, and flat iron steak. Yeah, flat iron steak. The meats you can use can be different ones. You know, what can you get your hands on? What do you want to use? What do you not want to use? One moment. The recipe I first saw this from was from a dude who doesn't eat pork. So he was using like beef bacon and I think chicken sausage. Or maybe it was chicken chorizo. Do this one last, or second. And then, yeah. What I'm actually going to do is get this a-cooking. This pan is still ice cold, by the way. Like, I did not turn it on. That would have been really funny if that dial had been set to something other than off this whole time. Frequently, when you are making bacon, you want to start in a cold pan or on a cold surface. That way it renders out the fat as it cooks. That results in, you know, leaner meat and a cooking fat for you to cook the rest of your stuff down in. But the actual top tier way of making bacon is in the oven. I will fight you if you say otherwise. Be able to trust chorizo is only chicken. Well, I mean, it's, you know, sausage, so do you trust that any sausage is just the listed sausage? It's mechanically separated chicken, how about that? Yeah, get over here. Alright, I just cranked this up to high. I'm gonna move my little guy a little bit. There we go. Okay. But yes, top tier way of cooking bacon is in the oven. Get that bacon baked. Woo! Well, it's so good, slap your mama. All sausages, pork and horse, and man, you might ask me if I care. I'm gonna say nay, because horse. What about making it inside of a waffle? No. No. It has to be... Dude, if you're putting raw bacon inside of a waffle and cooking that, that sounds awful. I'm gonna say no. You could bake it first and then put it inside the waffle. Also, not a threat. I'm just saying, bacon with syrup is bad. That's not one I will fight you on, because that is a subjective thing. And my subjective opinion is that bacon and syrup is bad. If you're into that, then okay. It's weird, but okay. So the whole... It doesn't just stop at bacon. It's any protein and syrup. I'm sorry to the Canadians, but I do not like chicken and waffles. From someone who spent a lot of time in the home place of chicken and waffles. Not a fan. It is not my jam. I insist that bacon and any other meats that accompany your breakfast need to be on separate, completely separate plates. That way, the syrup cannot mingle. Okay. I smelled something. Want to make sure nothing was burning. That way, sausage cannot mingle. Sorry, sausage. Syrup cannot mingle with your sausage, with your bacon, with your chicken, with your anything. So, no. Bacon inside a waffle, get that out of here. I will concede, though, if you take your baked bacon and put it inside a waffle, then you're at least doing things right. Get over here. Alright, this is slowly going to be rendering out. You'll notice we do not have the cast iron today. There's no real reason for that other than this is a bigger pan, and I wanted a bigger pan for what we are doing. Now, I'm going to be cutting up this steak pretty small. Because again, cooking fast. We're gonna do this in two goes. That was starting to get a little unmanageable. Real great way to cut your meat up is actually to put it in a freezer for like 10-15 minutes. You're not looking to actually freeze it, you're just getting it firmer. I did not do that. So I'm going to be struggling for a little bit. There's also probably more flank steak here than I want, or flat iron steak than I want. Well, not that I don't want it, it's more of a proportion thing. It's gonna be fine though, that's the thing. They all got it coming, dude. They've all got it coming. No one is safe with their opinions. This must have been a fancy bacon I got, because it smells amazing. It was on sale, so... Ooh, this is a good price. More often than not, that's what I'm looking for when I'm shopping for anything, is like, is this on sale? Is it a good price? Am I getting a sweet steal? So honestly, at the end of the day, food is food is food. Some stuff is gross, some stuff is mid, some stuff is great, but guess what? You can turn a lot of gross stuff into something great. Unless it's syrup and meat. Also, I could just be kind of funny about what goes with my meat. Take that as you will. But like, I'm not a huge fan of overly sweet stuff in general with the meat. It goes back to pineapple and pizza. I do not like the ultra sweet with the ultra savory. So like, even just like fruit jams and pork chops or whatever. I think it's like apple jam is usually really popular with pork. I just can't get behind it. It's not my thing. Also, me saying it's not my jam, I have a poisoned brain, and every time I say it, I'm reminded of that AI deep-faked Gary Busey. He's talking about buttered sausage and how it's not his jam. He doesn't buy jam, he buys honey, and he kisses it on the lips. Stay off the internet, kids. Unless you're coming to my channel. Yeah, stay here. Just don't go anywhere else. Alright. We got a nice big pile of meat. I'm done with this. And if not, I have more. So you know what? I'm just gonna go take this opportunity to wash this knife. So that bacon is still doing its thing. And it's going to be doing its thing for a little bit longer. So why not wash the knife? I'll admit I put this off sometimes for like days at a time. I'm a busy guy, what can I say? I gotta lay on the couch and play video games and, I guess, work. Oh yeah, that's looking great. What's interesting is that this smells like it's on over a campfire. I don't know what this bacon is, but it's interesting. Alright, bacon is just about cooked through. You can kind of push this all to the sides. It's wild, I know. In with our steak. I'm done with the cutting board. At least for now. Let's go ahead and bring this a bit closer. Crank that all the way up again. We're looking to get all of that steak kind of separated and browned. I'm on the highest heat that this hot pad provides, which is not as hot as I would like, but it's what we are going to work with. Well, that's doing its thing. Let's at least get this open and ready for throwing in. I did find out that it is fairly easy and rudimentary to make your own chorizo. So, one of these times we're going to do that. I'm going to need a knife. Yeah, it's just chilies and pork sausage, basically. Yeah, like a few other seasonings and spices and blah, blah, blah. But it's very straightforward. So we'll learn to do that one day and have a great time. Tomatoes are last. Trying to decide order here. There's not gonna be too much difference in things. Yeah, we'll do potatoes first, peppers, onions, and garlic. Cool. Alright, that's gonna just kind of do a thing for a little bit. As I ponder and pontificate what else is gonna need to happen. At some point there is cheese that's going into this as well. And that can be whatever cheese you want. As per usual, it's whatever you want to put into it, especially with this one. This is up for interpretation and able to change how you so wanted to. If you want to do just straight up cheddar cheese, perfect. I love it. The video I saw, the guy used Chihuahua cheese, which I don't know what that is other than cheese that comes from the Chihuahua region of Mexico. I was going to use cotija and Oaxacan, but I couldn't find either. Well, I found Oaxacan, but for whatever reason, it was very expensive. I don't know what happened. Did Oaxaca fall off into the ocean? Maybe. So, instead, I got queso fresco, which is really similar to cotija, and pepper jack. Because why not? All this liquid, it's no big deal. It's gonna cook off. It's gonna be fine. Are you worried? Don't be. I'm not. Do need more water. Sorry, there's something on my floor. Probably onions. And just like with so many other burrito or taco creations, you can spice it up however you like. You want some sour cream in there? Go for it. I didn't get sour cream because I did not think about it until this very moment. Got some taco sauces? Fuck yeah. It's gonna be awesome. I think I do have some chili verde. Ooh, I do. Fantastic. I also got avocados, because avocados are wonderful. I'm trying to let all of this burn off, steam off, whatever. And with all the meat kind of pushed to the side so it doesn't steam the bacon and doesn't steam the beef. That's not really something we're after, but I mean, if this hot pan put out some more heat, I probably wouldn't have to worry about this too much, but here we are. Honestly, what I might do just kind of keep things moving. Get my other burner rip-roaring hot and take it over there for a few moments. Yeah. Right, what are you? Okay. Nothing. Thought it was something gross for a moment, but it's not. Okay, this isn't too bad. Oh man, what I really need is a wok with a jet engine underneath it. I had to get all this evaporated off super fast. It's actually kind of something I have done before. Not so much a wok, but with a grill starter, like a charcoal starter. One of the chimney style ones. And you load it up with chimney. You load it up with the chimney and you load it up with charcoal and then get it going. And those things are only about yay big around, somewhere around there. And when they are rip-roaring hot, the flames are coming out the top of it. And that's hot. That is very, very hot. And I have put a grill grate on top of that to very quickly sear. Is that tuna that I did that on? Or was it just might have just been a steak, a normal steak. Be right back. Gonna take this over here. One that has more BTUs. Yeah, grilled chimney starters are amazing tools. When I did some beef short ribs for my mom one time and cooked them in the sous vide for 13 hours, I think it was. Maybe, no, longer than that. That was definitely overnight, so around 24 hours. And then threw them underneath the chimney starter, so you have basically a super broiler. It's just pouring heat down from the top onto them. Got a really, really good sear going. And whew, that was good. You only keep it in the heat for like 20 seconds. You're essentially putting it underneath a big blowtorch. Awesome. Yes, this is still on. Dangerous a little bit. Just if you do like me, just keep that in mind. That's still on. That's a hazard. Warning, warning, warning. It's a hazard. Don't do that. Don't do anything stupid or bad with that. Please. I don't want to hear about you burning your hands off because you left a hot plate on your counter for 10 minutes. Alright, here we go. One of these days, I want to get another camera I can just kind of take around with me. So I can like bring it over there, you can see what's happening. I mean, it's just the liquid at the bottom of the pan boiling off. So, yeah. Y'all see any good movies? Actually, I just joked myself into a segue. I watched The Whale this weekend. You know, Brendan Fraser's movie. Or newest movie. And oh my god, it's good. He got a lot of praise for that role. Guess what? He deserved every bit of it. The Whale is a phenomenal movie. There we go. Okay, same deal. Pushing everything to the side. I would like to get a little bit more of a sear on this, but it's fine. Go watch The Whale. Do it. Do it now. Not now. After you cook all this, and you need to watch something. Because who eats with nothing playing in front of them these days? I don't know. You have to do something to take the mind off the food that you're eating, or something. I'm gonna let that do its thing for just a little bit longer, see if I can't get more of a sear onto things. You can hang out there for a moment. I just realized, damn it. When I was at my mom's house, I was gonna sharpen a couple of her knives. Mom, I know I didn't tell you I was gonna do that, but I totally was. So I guess I'll do that when I'm down there. What? Not next week, week after. That's right, folks. Going for another mom trip here in a little bit. Got projects to do down there. At first I was going to be going down there, you know, just in a few days for my next weekend. I was going to leave all of my streaming stuff down there, but plans change. All right, there we go. We'll get our well. That bacon wasn't the greasiest of stuff. You know, there's still a fair bit of bacon grease down in there. Normally I would be looking at getting rid of some of that, but it's gonna be coming handy for all of our vegetables. All right, meat number 3. Do you have chest pains yet? Do you feel your arteries clogging? I do love chorizo. It's such a good meat. I love the meats. It has so much spices in it. Anything it gets put into just gets elevated. Except waffles. I don't want to hear Bo over here like, put the chorizo in a waffle. Like, no. I'm not gonna. You can't make me. Alright, let's let that heat through so it can be broken up a little bit better. You'll also notice I don't have too much in the way of spices out here. I've got a little bit of cumin. I've got the salt and pepper. That's really all that I'm going to be putting into this. Because we've got enough chili from the chorizo. We've got our peppers here as well. And I can't think of any other spices that I would need to put in here. At least not yet. This is kind of the first time I've made this. So as I'm consuming it, I very well could say, hold on a second. This needs some oregano, or schwedevs. There we are. What about syrup? Shut up, Crush. No. It's not allowed. That's illegal. Right to jail. Syrup is not a spice. It's not a seasoning. At best, it's an accoutrement. Alright, we're almost good. almost good. In fact, we're gonna drop our potatoes in. Get these bad boys cooking away. Oh yeah, you got some good grease down in there. Good seasoned, flavored grease from all the chorizo. How Discord is a food? What? I mean, mayonnaise is an instrument, but Discord? Where do you see it? What? What are you talking about? I'm confused. You can probably hear the gears turning in my brain. What I'm making now is Discada. You know, let me... Or did you do a thing? Did you do a thing? I was just gonna do a quick copy paste, but now I gotta see something. Nope, okay. I was 100% expecting to see the stream title had changed. Again, it's not that I don't trust you. I just know your sense of humor. Be over there like, this is gonna be good. All right. As we stir and incorporate, we're also going to scrape off any fond that starts to accumulate, all those tasty bits. That's right, it's not that. Don't say that. Nah, Discada. It means disc. Because it's usually made in a disc. Alright, time for another well. And peppers. Oh no! There's a potato trying to make a break for it. Did y'all see the prisoner that escaped a jail by, as they called it, crab walking up the side of a wall? You gaslight yourself. I forget where the prison was, but this dude who was in there for life, if I'm not mistaken, kind of killed his girlfriend in front of their 2 kids. Maybe her 2 kids. Regardless, there were 2 kids that saw it. Yeah. Crab walked up a wall. Which is not how I would describe what he did, but this is what made the headline in BBC. And the funny thing is, someone made the exact same escape at that same spot using the exact same method like 2 months ago, or 2 months prior to that. When they were asked, you know, did you do anything to prevent this? They're like, well, we put some razor wire up, but we didn't, I guess we didn't account for the human element. You idiots. You didn't account for these guys wanting to be out of prison? Yeah. I should make crab on stream one day. Just let it walk in on frame. In for life without parole. Spending every day trying to break out. Yeah, no, of course. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. You have nothing else to do except figure out how not to get shivved. So I might as well also spend that time trying to figure out how to get out. What's the worst they're gonna do? Put you back in prison for longer? Well, I guess there are, like, creature comforts they could take away from you, but, like, whatevs. I'm trying to remember if it was, I think it was a 99 Visible podcast I was listening to. They had someone who had spent like 30 or 40 years in prison. And he was pretty straight-laced in there. He did live by the rules, etc., etc. And him and a couple other guys, they were given certain leeways, like they were on landscaping duty in this yard. And they asked, you know, there's this hill up here that isn't being used for anything. Can we turn this into a garden? And the guards were like, well, we're not going to say yes. We're also not going to say no. So, like, if you can get things to grow up there, I'm just going to leave it at that. And so they did. They started growing produce and watermelons, and you know, handed out to their cellmates. And some of these are guys who have been in prison for ages and ages and ages, who haven't had things like watermelon or fresh fruit in decades, and they were able to give these people fresh produce instead of just, you know, little things like that, where it's not that it's dehumanizing being in prison, but you certainly take for granted people just going to the store and looking at produce and thinking, well, this one's got a weird knob on it. I'm not going to eat this. Dress up as a Jimmy John sandwich. Crazy fast escaping. All right. We're down to our almost final bowl. This is our onion and garlic. This is one of the few times I am not looking to really brown or even caramelize this, excuse me, yellow onion. This is a yellow onion. Of course, as per always, use the onion you want. I haven't been able to really tell a huge difference between any of them, even the sweet onions. Kind of just taste like onions to me. But yeah, not looking to really do much in the way of super cooking these. Just looking to sweat it down, get it heated through. Joe's Life, hello, how you doing? It's going pretty well. Making a huge mess of meat and veggies. So how can that be bad? Cobalt, what's up? How you doing? I'm kind of mad. Do I have sour cream? Hold on, do I have sour cream? Dear God, it's 8 o'clock. How did this happen to me? No, I don't have sour cream. Womp. Womp. That would have been nice. Looks good. I'm digging this so far. This is the first time I've made this. Inspired by some dude on Instagram. It's becoming a recurring theme of, of some of these cooking streams. I see something on Instagram, like, I'm gonna make that. Making alcoholic pies. I'm extraordinarily intrigued by this idea. How does one make an alcoholic pie? Well, hold on. Like an alcoholic fruit pie? Because I have very much made a rum chocolate mousse pie. And that thing is awesome. Especially when I go a little heavy on the rum. But I'm curious what you have going on there. Heard something about sweet onions, which reminds me of some miserable onion rings to use. That? Interesting. Miku, hello! Jesus, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I would give you some of this if I could. But hello, how are you doing? At some point, pretty soon, probably tonight, I will be getting the recipe for this up in my Discord. If y'all want to make something similar to what you see here right now. But again, this is very much a what do you feel like throwing into the pot? Sweet onion rings. I am, A French silk pie and chocolate cheesecake had a baby who grew up to be an alcoholic. Okay. So yeah, the rum chocolate mousse pie that I made, or that I've been making for the past few years, it's very similar to the first half of your description. The cheesecake. Tired and gray papers. Oh. Sounds awful. Just awful. Just the worst. Give everyone Fs. No. Probably shouldn't do that. What class is it that you teach? What level? Chocolate, pumpkin spice, orange, pineapple. Oh, hold on a second now. And the best is key lime. That sounds... A boozy key lime sounds really good, but... I mean, just... An orange pineapple. The assistant band director. Hey! I was you'll never guess, I was a percussionist back in high school. But that also meant I spent the majority of the class time and education time with the assistant band director, because he was the percussion instructor. So, I got a lot of respect and affinity for assistant band instructors. Sounds like nothing like a tuba solo. Alright, in with our tomatoes, and all of the juices that we could reclaim. We're gonna get this all stirred through. I'm probably gonna add a splash of our beef stock and let everything kind of simmer and meld while cheese is grated. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh jeez. This is the tastiest heap of food I think I've seen in a while. Oh, I'm also gonna go ahead and add a bit of cumin. Drum skin stud pierce, actually a lot. I was in our marching band and never broke any bass heads, but when I switched over to tenors, yeah, we went through a fair number of heads. Snares use Kevlar heads, so it was far more common for those to, shit, I'm forgetting the term. For the rim to slip off of the head, basically. But yeah. That poor 6-inch drum barely kept a head on there for a week. Alcohol pie can't be worse than water pie. Just a pie tin of ice. And sticks did I lose? I was actually pretty responsible about sticks. So I didn't really lose them too often. I absolutely, again, destroyed many a pair of Vic Firths. Remember keys and mallets? Batteries. Yeah. Yeah, let's remember the term. Yeah. But basically, you know, for those not in the know, you got a... Do I have a drum head around? I don't. I do back home. Say this is the drum head. Usually this is like a thing of plastic with a metal rim around, and the plastic is actually glued into the metal rim. If it's a defective rim or if it's just torqued down wrong, the plastic can actually slip out of the rim, and then it's fucked. You can't do anything with that head. You just gotta replace it. And move on to another one. Unless you are a poor drummer out on your own, and then I have absolutely just cut off the slipped portion and somehow made it work. Attach marimba pipe stay. Oh no. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna get a little bit of just a splash, not much. This is still on high heat. Use wood glue to repair them. Well, that's certainly an idea. And I'd say in a pinch, it's serviceable. It doesn't give it away. It was very much an invention of the Great Depression. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Didn't, who was that dude on Instagram and TikTok that does all of the old school recipes? Hollis. B. Dylan Hollis. I think he did a thing about water pies at one point. You've triggered a memory. Packages cream cheese, box of instant lemon pudding mix, half a frozen lemon limonade concentrate. Excuse me, I need to copy something. Boop. Thank you for for sharing that, Joe. I am 100% going to make this pretty soon. It was an idea and a fail, but okay. Yeah, water pie definitely sounds like some Great Depression shit. And looking at our economy, I could see us having some water pies here pretty fast. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick moment to go ahead, taste for our seasoning. Great news. This is delicious. We're gonna add a healthy bit of salt. We haven't salted anything at all this whole time, so. Chair Bay Rum Brand. Okay. Oh, Blue Chair. Blue Chair Bay. And a key lime flavor. Cute. Wasn't rated for the heat buildup of the rim. Oh, yeah. Dropped into the uniform. Oh, no. Oh no, not onto the uniform. The rum I've been using for where is it? You can hear some clinking, and it's fine. I don't have a problem. There it is. This is what I usually use for the rum mousse pies that I have made. And also for other rum necessities. It's good stuff. All right, this is gonna simmer and meld for a little bit longer. While I, like I said, grate the cheese. I can only imagine wood glue on a uniform and how mad that would make people. You got fucking what? On the uniform? Being appalled at food crimes. What are your favorite food crimes? I'm curious. Make the pie, freeze it, grate bust out. Ooh, that does sound like an ideal time for it. The rum chocolate mousse pie has become more of a Christmas thing that I'll break out. Big hit. Peanut butter and jelly pizza. You know, that doesn't sound awful. I would try that. I would absolutely try that. The thought of it, this is gonna freak some people out, of bananas on pizza is absolutely terrible. But bananas and tomato sauce are actually really good. It fucking slaps. So I could see bananas straight up on a pizza being good. I would eat it. I'd fuck that shit up. Thing to bring at parties and events. Nice. There we go. There's a dude on the social medias who, I think he does run his own kitchen, but he'll watch those essentially 5-minute craft cooking videos and rate them. Gives funny commentary over it. I'm a big fan, like even the 0 out of 10s, he's like 0 out of 10 would eat. extra pineapple pieces. I don't. It's fine, you're entitled to that. I can't do pineapple on pizza. It's not my thing. I accidentally got it on a pizza not so long ago. Unfortunately, it was like one chunk of pineapple every few bites. So, and it was like a tiny chunk, a little minuscule chunk. So I wasn't immediately like, fuck this, and threw it out the window, but I was still quite distraught. Like, why does my pizza taste a little bit weird sometimes? Is this a pineapple in here? Did they fuck up my pizza? And then I looked at the toppings again, and yeah, the very last thing listed on the menu was pineapple. So that was on me. I couldn't be mad. Tastes great, second makes people upset that you enjoy this. Yeah. See, if I liked pineapple on pizza, I would eat it more for that aspect than anything else. It would just be to mess with people. I might be making this difficult for myself. Queso fresco. There we go. Queso fresco. Bloop. This is a salty, crumbly cheese. Doesn't really melt. And I'm going to break up the entire thing. And much like the pepper jack that's sitting there, I'm going to throw it all into the pot. Pretty decent egg and pineapple. Egg and pineapple? Wait, like on one pizza? One pizza with both egg and pineapple? Because first off, I have to get my mind around egg on pizza. I can see that. I can see that. Cheese-filled turkey. Everyone's favorite content from Chef Club. I don't know if I'm familiar with Chef Club, and I'm scared at the quotation marks around favorite. Corn is least consequential. Yeah, no, I would absolutely destroy a pizza with corn on it. And I interact at the same time. From what I understand, like in Japan and Korea, I think corn is a really, really popular topping. And that's the thing, like, especially a roasted corn. You know, it's got a little bit of a char on it, but it's also a little sweet, but not overly. It still has some savory notes within. Corn is a wonderful vegetable. And yeah, I would absolutely destroy that. So many pizzas in Europe. Yeah, that's right. All right. Final thing. This might be technically too much cheese going into this pot. I don't care. Fight me. But all of it is going in. Excuse me while I rinse my hands off. And there really is no better way of getting queso fresco or cotija. God, I said that really white. All crumbled and broken down. Just get it in your hands, mash it up. It's like half cheese, so cheese. We do love the cheese around here, though. So, in you go. Not gonna shit for a week. Alright. Here we are. Actually, I'm gonna keep you. What is on the bottom now? I've really borked it up. Okay. And I'm killing the heat. And gently and delicately... Words are hard. Gently and delicately getting everything incorporated within. Again, the queso fresco will not melt, really. It might get a little bit more disincorporeal. That's not a word, but we're going to use it. And get just infused within all of this. Oh no, the pepper. Words, you need vaguely stable and correct notes. Give me a C sharp and key and B flat. Now you see, I'm a percussionist, so I do not know what these words mean. That was battery, not pit. Alright, a little soupier than I would have liked, but I'm still gonna mess this up. Or is that a McRib Saga Rev? What? I'm not familiar with McRib Saga. Now I need to look this up. And see what I'm referencing by mistake. You know, whack in the key of a small bap. It pulls double duty. Not at my school. We were one or the other. At least until the second half of the year, when all that dissolved, and I then went into the percussion ensemble and brute forced my way through keyboards and such, and then found my place on timpani and never worried about anything ever again. There we go. Anytime they were handing out timpani parts, like, it's mine! The instructor was like, you really should let other, well, you know, let some of your classmates practice on it. I said, no, I like this. These drums are badass. All right, so what I saw this guy do for, oh cool, I do have tiny little tortillas, was he just, this is also a lot more cheese than I planned, he slapped a tortilla on the top of it to let it just get steamy and whatnot. And he said, just pull off the whatever you want to eat. I'm like, well, that sounds like a way of doing it. I'm gonna try it like that, but then I'm gonna build a normal burrito or two. Lucky one. Part of me really misses band life. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Got some Kados. And I've even gone so far as looking at local, you know, independent marching bands and things like that, seeing if it's something I could give some time and energy into. I don't want to do the big thwap. Hey, that isn't working. Hey, there it goes. If you're doing that with a big knife, be more careful than I was there. You know, use something to protect your hand. Or don't. Go to the ER. Let them laugh at you. Alright, so now we're just gonna grab some filling. Move that a little bit. That actually worked out really well. And grab a little bit of cotto. And grab a little bit more cotto. There we are. Had to put out a second mortgage on my apartment to afford these little avocados, but it was worth it. And there we go. Discada. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a huge ding-dang mess. Excuse me while I get a plate so I don't drip onto my floor. That's where the raw onions live. Let's see how we did. So you weren't being safe with a knife. It's just a skill issue. Yes and no. Okay. Okay. So, it's a bunch of meat and veggies. Like, you can't go wrong with this. It's really good. The potatoes, I might leave those out next time. Just because that's a little bit of a... like a filling starch. There's not too much extra flavor happening there. It's still good. I still love potatoes. But it's just not really contributing anything. But all the peppers, all the everything else. No, this works out. This is money. That's awesome. Make this. Guys, you should make this. Thoroughly recommend it. What I'm gonna do now, make a full-size burrito one. And then that's probably, actually I need to move this. No, that's probably gonna be it. And that'll be the night. That'll be the food. Go ahead and give this another stir so nothing's sticking too hard to the bottom. What I'm probably gonna do some other time is actually properly toast a tortilla. You know, put it on a dry, hot pan to get it a little more toasted than what I'm getting with just, you know, putting it on top of this. But, oh, I need to... something I do when I have these boxes of beef stock is I go ahead and write when I opened this cap. What's today? Today is the 7th. 9/7. So I'm gonna try and use this within like a month. Otherwise, I don't trust these because these absolutely do harbor bacteria after a while and turn into gross. And I don't want to have botulism because I left my beef stock in the fridge for too long. Oh yeah. If there is interest, I will look into how to do a vegetarian version of this. Because even though this did take 2 hours, most of that was chopping up stuff and etc, etc. Get off there. We're just gonna use the rest of this avocado. Fuck it. Boop. I've got a little bit of generic green sauce here as well. Really hope that sound is picking up on the mic really well. Just a quick little bloop. Ah. You're not escaping me. Yeah, well, come on, get in there. Thank you. And if I had some lime, I would maybe use that for some additional framing, but I don't got that. This is gonna be nigh impossible to get a good thumbnail with. We're gonna try. Other way. There it is. Would you just look at that? Actually, that worked out okay. Sure, it's a burrito. Cool. Guys, we get the hub of hearts in there too, even though she's not around. She's with us in spirit. Yeah, I definitely recommend making this for those nights where you don't want to be terribly creative. You see that you have bacon and other stuff in your fridge, and you just need to make something to... I don't know what I'm saying. That's not at all what... If you want a loose interpretation of just a pot full of food that can be turned into a burrito, here you go. You can even watch it decompose in front of your very eyes. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate the suggestions. Also, Joe, the recipe of those pies. I crave one now. Bill getting over it and desync with Spaceman. Spaceman, you say? Let's check out Spaceman. That sounds good. So yeah, we are going to scooch on over to desync. Desync is a wonderful amorphous cat guy with all sorts of crazy VTuber model shenanigans. And, very funny dude. He's playing Unfortunate Spaceman, which I don't know much about. Or anything, really. But I'm sure it's gonna be pretty good. Ah, perfect. Thanks, Crush. So, until next time. When is next time, you ask? Next time will be Monday. Yeah, next stream is on Monday. We'll be focusing on... Sorry, we'll be playing Death Stranding and really continuing to focus on the plot. I've gotten very sidetracked recently, and I need to focus on the plot, at least a little bit more. Mogus before Mogus. But, yeah, I need to focus on the plot of Death Stranding, because I'm afraid if I don't, enough time will pass, and spooky season will be here, and we've got so many horror games to play. You guys don't understand. I'm gonna get scared shitless come October. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway. Thank you again for hanging out. I hope everyone has the good days, the good nights, You have just the sweetest of dreams. And until I see you next time, take care, everyone. Bye.